Episode 77 of The Beardcaster. My name is Scott Sikora, and I am
The Beardcaster.
Welcome to a podcast all about beards, mustaches, and the bearded culture, along with all the fun stuff that goes along with it. It's about the facial hair lifestyle we live from our daily lives in the world around us and how we deal with life. So please join me as I share the stories about these people and hear how they are using their facial hair to do great and fun things. You can find out more information about myself and the show, the program, at nbsp.com. You can subscribe to the podcast there. You can also find all my social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter there. And you can email me, scott@thebeardcaster.com, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. Welcome, everyone, to the Beardcaster podcast. I am so glad to have you here. Everyone has been just wonderful. There's been so much great feedback coming in lately over the past month. It's just been lots and lots of new listeners. So I thank all of you for checking the show out. And like I said, I hope you subscribe. All you need to do is go to thebeardcaster.com/subscribe, and you can subscribe on your iOS device or Android device. It's so easy. There's also embedded players on the website too, so you can easily listen to the show. But today's episode is all about talking beards. Now, when I say talking beards, it's about a group of guys that are talking about beards, and this little group of guys that are talking about beards are myself, the Beardcaster, Mr. Chris Odom, who does a YouTube page called Beards in Review, and the number one in the world natural goatee champion, Aaron D. Johnston. We're talking beards. And the reason I bring this up is because those guys are my two guests today, and we're here to introduce you to a new show that we're going to be doing every other week, or possibly every week. We're not quite sure yet. We want to do it every week because we had a lot of fun when we did this the other night, but it's going to be an every other week show, and it's going to be broadcast live on YouTube and all the other social media things. But right now we're focusing on YouTube, and it's going to be broadcast on the Beards in Review YouTube channel. So make sure you go subscribe and click that little bell on the Beards in Review YouTube channel. And we'll be talking about all sorts of different beard stuff every episode. We'll be talking about the latest news that's going on in the beard scene. Like usually, if you're on my my Facebook page for the Beardcaster, I'm posting news articles multiple times a day that I find all over the internet about beards, any kind of news that's going on. So we'll each be picking news stories that we'll be talking about. Chris will be talking about what he's going to be covering on his Beards in Review. I will also be talking about who I'm going to be interviewing coming up on the Beardcaster. And Aaron's going to help us talk about events that are going to be coming up, all the different competitions that are going on, the ones that he's planning on going to, the ones that he's been to, and he's going to kind of give us a little roundup on what's going on. So, and from time to time, we'll invite guests on, and we'll talk to them about, if they're a beard oil manufacturer, we'll talk to them about their product. If they're a club president, we'll talk to them about what's going on with their club and what events coming up that we're going to be covering. Or it'll just be some random person that just wants to come on and talk about beards and stuff, and hopefully we can answer questions and stuff like that. So it's going to be a really interactive show. We're really excited about it, and we really hope that you can follow along. So what my plan is I'm going to be releasing these interview episodes every other week, and then on the opposite weeks, I'll be taking what the live show is, and I'm going to be turning it into a podcast, and you can listen to it here. So if by some chance you can't check out the YouTube video or our live stream on social media, you can just check this out, and you can listen to it if you're more of a podcast person. But Chris will also be releasing it on the Beards in Review YouTube page. So if you want to watch us talk a talking head video, it'll be Aaron, Christopher, and myself all there, and you can see what's going on. So, but anyways, the three of us got together the other night to do our test run and everything. And like I said, it went really well. And I interviewed them, and Chris wanted to record it so he could release it on the Beards and Review page. So this is going to be coming out the Friday, hopefully, or Saturday morning. I haven't quite figured it out yet because I'm getting ready to head out to Richmond here in the next day. And I don't know how much time I'm going to have to edit all this, but I'm just trying to rush through this because I'm trying to get to it. But we're going to try to get it out this week because we're headed down to Richmond for the 2018 Great American Beard and Mustache Championship presented by Remington Beard Boss. And all three of us are meeting down there. And so I thought it would be cool to release this episode on that Friday when everyone's coming down so they can check it out. And Chris is also going to release it. So everyone will have two options. They can listen to the audio version of it here on the Beardcaster, or they can watch us actually talking and they can see us and everything, because beards are a visual thing. And I get that listening to me talk about beards it could be interesting. It can be, and apparently a lot of people think it is interesting, but sometimes it's hard to understand what's going on when you can't see. So that's what's going to be cool about this, is because there's going to be a visual aspect to the show, and you'll be able to watch what's going on. You'll be able to see the people we're talking to, and you'll have a visual correlation to what's going on. So we're just really trying to bring it all together and to try to make a more encompassing show for everyone to check out and get more information about what's going on in the scene. So I really hope you guys enjoy this episode. This is the first one. It's me interviewing them because I wanted to get everyone, even though I've had both of the guys on the show before in the past, I kind of touched upon, I just went back and touched upon a little bit about who they were and stuff like that. And then we talked about the show, what we planned on doing, and then we discussed going to Richmond at the end of the week. So I hope you enjoy this. Make sure you subscribe to Beards and Review on YouTube. So just look it up. I'll put a link in the show notes, and we'll just go from there. So I hope you enjoy this. Check it out, and action. I could hear you if you said a box of biscuits.
A box of biscuits, a box of mixed biscuits, a mixed box of biscuits, and a biscuit mixer. Damn it. I was so close.
Chris, can you do it?
Negative Ghost Rider.
Come on, Scott. You got Chris. You got to at least try.
Yeah, you didn't even try.
Yeah.
What did we say? A box of biscuits, mixed box of biscuits,
a box of mixed biscuits,
a box of mixed biscuits, and a biscuit mixer.
Yeah. So
fantastic.
Say it. A box of biscuits, a mixed box of biscuits, a box of mixed biscuits, and a biscuit mixer.
Okay. A box of biscuits, a mixed box of biscuits, a box of mixed biscuits, and a biscuit mixer.
Very good. You do way better than Aaron does, and he's a world champion.
Suck. Yeah, well, not at talking. That's you guys. This was your idea to freaking put my dumbass mouth on here.
Hey, you're not a dumbass mouth. You're a very educated fella who has a lot of things. You have a lot of great things to say.
I appreciate it. I don't feel that way.
I do.
All right. Well, this is your funeral. You're the one that put me on here.
Oh gosh.
You two are the good talkers, not me.
I don't know about that. You've said lots of great things in your life that I've heard you say. You bring the best. You bring the best out of me.
You bring the best out of me, Scott.
No, you bring the best out of me.
All right, you're right.
I do. I'm always right. All right, so let me introduce you guys. I am currently recording a podcast right now with Mr.
Ah, crap.
What? You're not ready?
No.
Not.
Oh, I'm ready. I just forgot.
Natalie
that we
wants to be part of this too, but anyways, we have world champion natural goateeist Aaron D. Johnston. Hi. Say hi to everyone.
Hey. Hello to everyone.
Hello to everyone. You were one of my most popular guests for a while till I had guests on after you. Then
they're all just destroying me.
Yeah. But you were very popular at the time. I don't know what happened to your popularity. It's slowly been...
I'm old news.
I know. You are. It's been a year now.
All right.
It's been a year. It's been a year now since you've been world champion, so...
Yep. I'm just going to fade into the distance or obscurity. I don't know. I tried to use a big word.
One of those.
Yeah. Fade away.
Fade away. And then I'm also joined by Mr. Christopher Odom of Beards and Review. How you doing tonight, Chris?
Howdy. I'm doing all right, I reckon.
You reckon? What do you know? I saw you talking like a Texan.
Where did Texas Chris come from?
I know.
All right.
So anyways, I'm joined by these two fellas tonight because this is a special episode. I'm introducing these two guys. Not that if you go to past episodes of the Beardcaster, which I'll put links in the show notes to this, but there's an episode with Chris and then there's an episode with Aaron. And so anyways, as time's been going on and the podcast has been picking up some steam, I've been talking to Chris. We've met a couple times and we've kind of discussed trying to mend our two mediums together, mediums, whatever. And we thought it would be cool to figure out how to do the podcasting part and the YouTube part together so we could pretty much cover more ground with what we do and, hopefully get more word about the things that we're trying to cover out to more people, like such as competitions, cool people that are doing cool stuff, that have beards and mustaches, that are in the competitive scene, or who are just in general just cool people doing awesome stuff. We also want to talk about like products, beard oils, balms, shampoos, conditioner, all the stuff that goes along with care, men's care, and all that stuff. What else do we want to talk? We wanted to talk about, like I said, news stories that are hitting the scene currently. Like, of course, the big news story of the past couple weeks. Do you guys know what that one was?
Global warming.
No, false. Alex Trebek growing a beard.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. We did see that, and then he lost your poll.
I know, but that's stupid.
That's stupid. I voted for him.
I know he looked way better than Sean Connery, but
Sean Connery sucks.
So every day for like literally a week, the big news was Alex Trebek growing a beard, old people's panties getting wet because Alex Trebek grew a beard, and so that's an example of one of the news stories that we would be discussing. Like all three of us will bring news stories in. We'll talk about them a little bit. Like I said, Chris will have some reviews. He'll be talking a lot about the things that he's covering on Beards and Review, which is on YouTube. So make sure you go over there and subscribe, the little bell, so you can find out when we are going live. We just did a live video. It was a short one, but we're hoping to get a lot of people following along. The ones that don't, watch, like I particularly don't watch a lot of YouTube videos. I'm a podcasting guy. Like that's pretty much strictly what I do. I listen to tons and tons of podcasts, and a lot of them are live streaming videos that are also recorded into a podcast, which is exactly what we're going to be doing. And then that way, if you can't watch the YouTube video, you can at least download the podcast and you can listen to it and get the same information and, get the things that you need to get from that. So, also, we're going to talk to Aaron too, because Aaron, out of all three of us, tends to go to the most competitions. He judges a lot of competitions and he just knows everyone. And we're going to talk to him a lot about upcoming events, events that he's gone to, events that he's planning on going to, and just some in general, like competition news and stuff like that. So that's go ahead.
It's not so much that he just goes to these competition. He drives far, like South Dakota.
He drives fast like a NASCAR driver too.
I don't drive fast. I follow the rules of the road all the time.
Jerry was a race car driver.
He was.
He was so fast.
He never did win no checkered flag, but he never did come in last. Oh, snortum.
Oh, that was good.
Oh my goodness. So that's the basic plan for what we're going to tentatively call Talking Beards, which is going to be the show that we're doing together, and it'll be displayed on YouTube. It'll also be displayed on Facebook Live and other assorted mediums as we start going along, as we're building and everything. So, but
once we figure out what we were doing.
Yeah, but I mean, this has been a project that literally Chris and I had dinner over back in February. And
what did you eat?
Oh, we had chili.
We ate chili.
Oh, okay.
Texas chili parlor.
Yeah, I had, what was that? What did I have? The Frito pie?
You had the Frito pie? I think I had the Frito pie too.
Yeah, it was really.
Did y'all feed each other, or
it was like the Lady and the Tramp?
That's what I'm envisioning. So
yeah, but instead of a spaghetti noodle, it was a Frito.
So y'all started out close.
It was that melted cheese. That was what was
swinging
drawn
so hot. Oh my gosh, that's so hot.
Just envision it. And
I am.
And we had like cheese in our beards and everything, and it was.
That's disgusting. You took it too far.
I know. So these two guys have been like, both Aaron and Chris have been like the two guys that I've really grown the closest to in the scene and have a lot in common with. And I feel that the three of us have a lot of common goals for what we'd like to do to help the bearding community or the beard community. I don't really even know what to call it. Some people frown upon bearding. So beard mustache community, but we just want to kind of help make more people aware that, of the competitions that are going on in all these different cities, because they're all for good causes. They're all for some charity and stuff like that. Like, for instance, at the 2018 Remington Beard Boss Beard and Mustache.
Great American Beard and Mustache.
Great American Beard and Mustache Championships. There's two charities involved, and that is the National Humane Society and the Pink Ink Fund, which is located in Richmond, Virginia. And to be able to use this vehicle to get more people aware of these events and hopefully get them to hey, they're seeing these three guys hang out and talk about beards and all these cool things that are going on in the community. Hey, they're going to be in my town this coming weekend, so let's go check it out and let's go, see what this whole thing's about. And, maybe we bring in like 4 or 5 new people that get involved in competing, and, they bring their friends, and next thing you know, we're doing a lot for the community in wherever that competition's at, and, bringing more awareness to the things that need to be seen and understood. So that's one of my goals and one of my thoughts, one of my plans with what we're doing with this. And Chris, with doing the YouTube stuff, really was pushing us to do live. And I've never been a real live guy. I mean, I've done live radio myself, but, doing the whole YouTube live or the Facebook live videos is definitely a fun way for the three of us to hang out. Throughout the day, we're texting each other all the time. Like, hey, I got this idea. Hey, this. But to actually sit down and we're staring at each other, not like literally, but we're looking at each other. I'm looking into Aaron's eyes right now.
I'm looking at you right now.
Thank you. Do I look handsome? There's Chris. He looks handsome too.
Chris always looks handsome with his wood background.
I know, covering all the backpacks.
It's my 70s trailer room.
I mean, I miss the backpacks. So,
go ahead.
No, I was just saying I had to put some kind of background. You guys have the cool backgrounds. You guys got like all the action figures and cool shelves full of stuff, and
Scott has an alien.
Looks like an alien and whiskey or something.
Mr. Alien.
I got lots of stuff here. I have tons of beard oils right here. I'm a big collector of Zippos, so I have a lot of these super old. In fact, this Zippo right here, which you guys have to be watching on YouTube for this to check this one out. But this specific Zippo that I'm holding up and showing, I don't know if you guys can see it.
Yep, I can see it.
It's a veneered finish Zippo, and this sucker's over, I think, 60 or 70 years old. My grandfather gave this to me when I was little. Yeah, it's something awesome a grandfather gives you as a lighter. But I've always had this one. This is my favorite one, and this got me into the whole thing of collecting old Zippos and stuff like that. So that's one odd thing that I collect that I don't think anyone really knows that I did that. So you guys didn't, I know.
Now we know.
Now you know, and knowing's half the battle.
Knowing's half the battle.
G.I. Joe.
Yep. So
yeah. So yeah, one of the cool things about doing it live is
You said doing it.
it becomes a little bit more interactive, and so people can watch and they can chime in, ask questions. And when we did our first test run, we even had who was that? Tyler
Hill.
We even included him and gave him a little spot to talk about his beard oil and stuff like that. So that's one of the cool things about going live. It becomes a little bit more interactive.
yeah, definitely. I mean, it'll be cool to like be able to bring people on. Like, say for instance, there's a guy that's on this program who goes by the name of Aaron D. Johnston, who is, he has a sponsorship with Honest Amish, which is one of the best oil companies out there. Honest Amish. What's the website?
It's honestamish.com.
Oh my gosh.
It's pretty simple.
Pretty simple.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's it.
so for instance, we could have one of the guys from Honest Amish on one night and we could talk to him all about beard oil and stuff like that, and incorporate people asking questions in the live stream. Like, it could be like, who could we use an example? Ryan Gore, Hard Gore. And he's sitting at home listening to this because this will be his favorite show in the whole world. And he'll
Obviously.
be like, yeah, why not? But he'll be like, what's the difference between balms and oils? That's my impersonation of him. But I know he doesn't
Sounded
talk like
exactly like
that. I know.
Ryan
I've been
Gore.
working on it. And then we could relay the message to the guy from whatever oil company's on, and then he could like explain all this, and then that way it's becoming a super informative show, and people are going to be learning stuff, and that's what we want, right?
Education.
Education. So yeah. What else? What other dreams and aspirations do you guys have for this, Chris? Why don't you talk a little bit about the whole YouTube live stuff, because that's, like I said, that's all kind of new to me. I mean, like I said, I don't really watch too much. Every now and then I'll pop something on. If someone, it'll come up, an alert will come up on my phone and it'll be like so-and-so's live, and I'll click in and watch if they're like, they might be at a concert or something, so tell us about the YouTube live scene.
Sure. Yeah. There's YouTube's open platform, so anybody and their grandma can put up any kind of video they want, whether it's just a webcam out their door and you could watch cars go by, or
what are they buying?
Cars go by.
They go buy what, like ice cream cones? What do you think they buy, Aaron?
A lot of hats, probably.
Yeah, I would think
hats.
a car would wear
Car
that.
hats.
They go out and buy
exactly.
some new kicks, but then, okay, cars going by and action.
And so you got other shows that they try to, like the Real Estate Whisperer. She does a live show every Thursday, and
She does it really quietly. She's like,
actually, she's pretty loud.
Okay.
Yeah, she does like an interactive trivia show. So she gets a lot of people drummed up, and real estate's her thing. So she
whispers about it.
Real estate questions and whatnot.
So someone would be like, so how many rooms does this house have? And she'd be like, it has 3 rooms. And then,
While she's playing the drums.
yes, that's right.
All right. Yeah.
She's whispering.
Yeah.
She's drumming it up.
drumming it up and whispering. Okay, so now you see what you're going to be getting yourself into, Chris.
And Chris never comes back.
I know. He just takes it. Come on, man.
Yeah.
So,
No, I forgot what I was saying now.
oh, God.
That's-
Drumming
yeah.
up, whispering, real estate.
Selling houses. Cars wearing hats.
I know.
There's all
Grandmas.
types of live shows. Yeah. I mean, so yeah, it's just pretty much in anything, I mean, so I figured for us, I mean, there's a couple other like big name brand products that they do a live stream, but usually it's about their product and they're just kind of talking about their own stuff. But us, there's nothing out there that talks about, competitions and the what the competitions are for, the charities that we're raising money for, and things like that. There's nothing out there like that. And so, that's a cool way for, people to come together and talk about these things. And, anybody can come on and promote it, and doing it live, it's kind of like reality TV on a whole nother level.
Yeah, no, definitely. And like I said, we're trying to take the old Cosby time slot on Thursday night, which I don't know if you guys remember that show. My favorite episode is the episode where Rudy's goldfish died.
That's a classic one.
It is a classic one. What's your favorite Cosby Show episode?
Me? I think the one where, I can't even remember her name. Was her name Rudy? The littlest one?
What I just said.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, go ahead.
She was like singing. They like did the song.
My goldfish died. My goldfish died. I'm gonna flush it down the toilet. That song.
That one. Yeah, exactly. That's my favorite.
It's the same episode, dude. You're thinking of Punky Brewster.
Is she the one with the pigtails?
Yes, and the dog Brandon. Yeah. Whatever, guys. Brandon, Punky. You're Punky.
So now what? Now what are we going to talk about?
Now we're going to, I want to talk to Chris a little bit. I mean, like I said before, I've had both of you guys on before, but if someone by some chance has not heard those episodes.
Episode 48.
That's you?
That's me. Yeah, best episode ever.
Best episode. Okay, so links in the show notes, once again, episode 48. But also, I wanted to kind of give like a little bit of background on each of you guys so everyone can kind of get to know you a little bit and what it is exactly you do. Now, since we just talked to Chris a little bit, we'll go back to him and we'll talk to him a little bit more about who he is and all that stuff. But
because I'm not done.
He's not done. No, by far he's not done.
Let him talk.
He's got a lot to talk about. But, you are, Aaron.
I am Aaron.
Yes, you are. Every day.
Congratulations. Thank you.
All day, every day, from morning to night. But you are also, you work in the nuclear field. You are a nuclear physicist.
Yes, I'm a nuclear physicist. Remember? Yes.
Yes.
That is exactly it.
I remembered. Like I got like a photographic memory or something.
Yeah, basically. Pretty much.
Yeah, so that's why he has such a crazy long beard, because of the radiation.
Yeah, I radiate my face so my beard grows. The end.
And then does it turn green when you get angry?
Yeah, I have to dye it back brown. Yeah, because it turns green.
Yeah, but doesn't it just turn back to brown when you calm down, though?
No, it stays green.
Oh.
That's the radiation. Right? Isn't that how that works?
Something like that. So you're a superhero. But
yes, exactly. I'm a superhero.
Regardless. Okay, so
Sorry.
you are a competitive beard guy. You've been in the scene for 2-3 decades now. What got you into the whole beard scene? Why did you start growing, and why, why? What's your why? What's your reason?
My why? Well, I always wanted a beard, and everywhere I worked, I always had to shave. So when I moved to South Carolina in 2010, I grew a normal beard, and just like most people in the scene, I watched Whisker Wars and decided that I wasn't going to, cut my beard anymore, and Googled beard competition, found one, and that was it. And the rest was history.
Mm-hmm.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! And then, what was your first competition?
Charleston in 2014 was my first competition. I think I did under 8 or under 10, whatever it was.
That was full beard, though, right?
Yes, it was full beard under whatever.
Underwear?
Underwear, correct.
Full beard underwear.
Yes, it was a underwear category. They did away with it though.
Was it more boxer or brief?
It was for me it was boxers, but you could do either one. Mm-hmm. That's fine.
Yeah, I prefer the boxer too as well.
Exactly.
Now, what club do you belong to, and what is your role in the club other than down the hill?
Down the hill. Currently, I am the president of the Holy City Beard and Mustache Society out of Charleston. Paul Roof gave me and Jake and Natalie roles to kind of run the club. Last year, right before Worlds, we all kind of sat down and talked about it, and that was it. Paul was done running the club on a everyday basis, and now he's just kind of a behind the scenes mentor kind of deal, and
a consultant.
He is the founder. Yeah, he's a consultant for the Beard Club now, and we set up pub nights and do our thing. And January we'll start planning and organizing the 10th annual Southeastern Beard and Mustache Championships.
Now, tell us a little bit about that competition. So 10 years you guys have been putting this event together. Well, not you personally, because you...
Not me, yeah.
But
yeah, all Paul. Paul, he's set it all up. He's figured it all out. He's got a roadmap, and he called a cookbook to,
Dude, can you see this?
We can see it. Paul Roof, the beer can professor.
World famous Paul Roof.
That's
right. You forgot that because we're supposed to call him that from here on out.
Gosh. I'm sorry, Paul Roof. World famous Paul Roof. Trademark.
Yeah, that's right. So who do you, now when we're talking about charities and stuff like that, who do you guys usually work with when it comes to your event?
We support Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Low Country. We did last year, gave them 100% proceeds, and we're going to do the same again this year. They've been like an associate kind of charity with our club for like 5 years now, but now we just completely give them everything that we get from our competition. So they're basically our one and only charity.
How'd you find them?
Bradley Adams is a big, and he was, I guess, the vice president of Holy City for years and years, and he got them in and developed a relationship with them, and we really liked everything that they were all about, and we just decided to work with the kids and work with them exclusively.
That's cool. So can you give me how much did you guys raise for them last year? Can you give me that figure?
Yeah, it was $8,000 what we raised last year.
Very cool.
Yeah, and it was a good turnout.
And I'm pretty sure you guys are going to way exceed that this year,
we're probably going to get somewhere in the neighborhood of like 1.2 million, I think, give or take. That's good lofty goals, man. Yeah,
never set your standards too high when it comes to this stuff.
Never too high. Somewhere between 8,000 and 1.2 million, somewhere in that range.
That's cool. That's good. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Christopher, let's get back to you for a little bit.
All right.
Let's pick your brain. Now, what got you into bearding? Now, where did your roots come from other than your face?
Sure. I was in the Marines, and then after I got out of the Marines, I went to school for a little bit, and then I started a job. It was kind of a corporate job, had to wear a suit. And of course, early on, you couldn't have any kind of facial hair at all. And eventually you can have like a little tiny goatee, and then I kind of got out of that corporate world, and I started working for the railroad. And of course, the railroad didn't really care. They didn't have a facial hair policy, so I started letting my beard grow a little bit longer. I had a goatee. I started letting it grow, and my mustache was in my face, and so I just started, pulling it up out of the way, and then it started, curling up, and I'm like, maybe I could do something with this. So I started going on YouTube trying to find out how to curl a mustache and what wax to use or whatever. And then I came across a bunch of YouTube channels, and then also came across Whisker Wars. And then I realized, I didn't know that they actually competed doing facial hair. And so I got interested in it, and I looked up the Austin Facial Hair Club, because that's where I live here in Austin, and went out and met those guys, and they had a competition coming up. And so I thought I would go, because my beard was a little bit longer at that point. And then after that, I just decided to just let it grow, and kind of where it's at.
Cool. Now, have you like competed very much, or you just kind of been a bystander?
Well, I've competed in two different competitions. One in Houston and one here in Austin at the Come and Shave It 10, I think it was. Yeah, Come and Shave It 10.
Why didn't you compete at the last one with us? You could have been judged by world famous Aaron D. Johnston.
Well, during that time, I had actually left the railroad and I went back to the corporate world for some reason, and I had to have a business beard, and they didn't really have a business beard category at the Come and Shave It. So I was actually videotaping and documenting it, and then
we'll put a link in the show notes to, and a link right there to that video. So if you want to check that video out, because it's a really cool video. Chris did a really good job, especially the one that the three of us were in a video together that you shot at what was that?
Tried and True,
the tattoo place. Yeah, when Aaron was getting his tattoo, and you were getting your tattoo, and then Chris came in and filmed a little bit, talking to Brett Strauss and myself from the Facial Hair League. But yeah, you recorded some really great videos, and I think that's what really inspired me to really follow you and to come together with you, because I really enjoy your editing techniques. I really enjoy your videos. They're very like artistic, and I've watched a lot of different YouTube. What would you call them? They're not instructional videos, but when you review videos, there you go. Beards and review. Gee, I wouldn't even think of that, but when I've watched other review videos, they're just real stale, and like some guy standing in their bathroom with number one, pretty crummy video, pretty, if not worse sound, and pretty crappy editing. And it's like, there's nothing like interesting to watch about it, in my opinion, but yet they have like 500,000 views, and my mind gets blown every time I see this, because I'm like, why?
Yeah, that's kind of one of the reasons, I started doing YouTube and wanted to do reviews, but I was tired of what you said, I call them bathroom reviews.
I wasn't asking for your opinion here, Chris. I was busy telling, no, I'm kidding. No, go ahead.
Yeah. The bathroom reviews, it's usually some, big hairy guy in the bathroom. It's really echoey, and it's just that one shot of him putting oil on his beard and reading the ingredients, and the ingredients are jojoba oil, the typical oils that are usually in
motor oil,
balms and oils, and so I wanted to do something different. I wanted to add a little bit more production into it. I want to, I've kind of, if you noticed, a lot of my videos, I've actually go to a location, like the Firehouse video, I did. Oh, here, I got the shirt on too. The Firehouse mustache wax. I actually went to a firehouse, a fire station, and I talked to a fireman and got a little bit of history on firefighters and beards and facial hair in the fire department, and I did a review on that at the actual fire station. And so you don't see other YouTube videos doing reviews like that. It's usually, like I said, it's some guy in an office or in his bathroom doing that. And so I wanted to be a little bit more creative and add a little bit more B-roll segment to it, some music and there's not a whole lot of competition videos out there too. Yeah. So that's why I want to go to more competitions and film and make videos, man. I love creating. I love the art of video production. And so,
well, where did that come from? Because that's definitely, something we did not touch upon before, but you and I did talk about over chili when we were in Austin. Now, what's your history with video production and stuff like that?
Yeah, well, it probably started in 1990, I guess. I went to a summer camp, and they actually had a video editing class, like a video class at summer camp. And, and this was, of course, when technology, the cameras were like, this big, I know you guys listening can't see, but my hands are like,
that
really
actually
wide.
looks like the size in real, like if I put my camera up to your arms on the screen there, it's about that big.
Yeah. It's big. They had big cameras, right? And they put them on their shoulder, and the editing was just like you stick the VHS tape in one VCR and another VCR, and it was just really antiquated. But I loved doing that. I loved actually laying music down and then putting video on top of it. And
did you make sweet love to that music?
Sure. And then, so yeah, I decided I wanted to do more. So I ended up going to film and video school, and I ended up, after I got out of the Marines, I started working for a videographer doing wedding and event videography. And so that's where I got most of my experience doing some shooting there and some editing and stuff like that. And then of course, YouTube came along, and it was just kind of a natural progression to, move into YouTube. YouTube's a lot more forgiving than the brides are when it comes to video editing and stuff like that.
Bridezilla.
Yeah.
That sounds like Aaron. Aaron was a bridezilla, I heard.
Yeah, I definitely was a bridezilla.
That's what Natalie said. She goes, you couldn't believe all the stuff he was saying when we got married.
I was just out of control.
I know. Thank God you're married now. Now everything's in control.
Everything's in control, and now I've definitely calmed down. I'm no longer a bridezilla.
Jeez.
I know.
So, Chris, now let's talk about. Let's jump back to Aaron here.
Hey.
Hi. What now? This is probably one of the toughest questions I'm going to ask you all night.
Oh, geez.
I know. Why not?
4.
You're right.
Blue.
Why not chops? Why don't you go chops? Let's speculate here.
We're really going to do that?
No, I'm because
chops are dumb. It cuts off the worst part of the beard, right? Is that what we're supposed to say?
I think we're finally starting to get under some people's skin now.
Oh yeah, people are getting pissed.
I know.
We're probably going to get jumped by Patrick Quinn and his chop squad.
I know.
We'll get. Yeah, he has 2 beards. The greatest beard in the galaxy, I think, something like that.
Yeah. Well, your wife also has what the greatest beard in the universe.
Oh, she has the greatest beard wherever she wants to have the greatest beard.
Yeah, but what was the award she won though?
I think it was the same one. It was the Galaxy, right? Is that the Fayetteville? It was the Galaxy.
Yes.
Yeah, Galaxy.
So her and Patrick Quinn have equally great beards in the galaxy.
Well, Natalie surpassed Patrick Quinn because she got best in show there. So of the Galaxy competition. So he just had the best partial beard in the Galaxy.
Okay. So I just want to make sure that
she was, the best overall beard in the Galaxy.
Awesome. Okay, so we got that on our team, so that's good. Good to know.
Yeah, and she was actually wearing a goatee during that competition. So goatees actually did, beat chops just
again
in a roundabout whiskerina freestyle kind of way.
Oh, that's good to hear. That's good to hear.
And that's the rest of the story.
Yeah. So, but yeah, as we're the 3 of us are getting ready, we're all going to be traveling from our areas. And we are going to be meeting next week, or as this podcast goes out, we will all be meeting now. Currently, we are all currently together. I am sure about that. But we're all going to be going to Richmond, Virginia for the 2018 Remington Beard Boss Great American Beard and Mustache Championship. I got it. Nailed it. I should just drop my mic now and go. But so we're all going to be meeting in Richmond, and we're going to be competing. Chris will be competing, correct?
I will be competing in the Verdi category.
Very good. Are you nervous about it? I've been seeing a lot of talk going on.
Yeah,
there was definitely some Verdi talk. Yeah,
Verdi Gate.
Yeah, I know. And then, of course, I jump in and with the old just shave down the middle and go chops.
They were the question was, are they allowed to tuck their beards under to make it look like a verti beard? That was the controversy.
Oh, and what did we ever find out what the result of that was? Well, because it was, I think Brian Nelson said something about, or no, it might have been Arnie, about when they go and look under the underbeard, when you lift, it's going to not have that nice edge that the judges could be looking for. So,
right.
Are you
I
going?
think the final ruling was that in the rules, it just simply states in the verti category that styling aids are allowed, and it doesn't specify in the mustache or the beard. So,
well, I thought it did. I thought it said styled mustache, but natural.
It says styled mustache is required, and then at the end, it just simply says styling aids are allowed. In the description, it does say as natural as possible, but it doesn't specify the location of styling aids. And I think in Garibaldi, it specifically states the styling aid location.
Hence the controversy, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's a little gray area, but it is what it is. It's been allowed in the last few worlds and the last couple national competitions, and we're going to continue down that allowing it path.
But then there's, and this was something that I brought up last year at Worlds. I went around and totally forgot that I interviewed a bunch of goatee guys about the standards and the measurements that they do use for goatees now, and how there tends to be a lot of guys that will have full beards that literally shave like an inch or two down from their sideburn right here and consider it a goatee. And I know that to me, I don't really care, because I'm not in it to win it. I'm just in it to be with my friends and have a good time and stuff like that. But I know other competitors frown upon it, because they're just like, it's just a full beard guy just trimming a little bit off to fit into a category that's not as stacked as a full beard category. So, but yeah, I know I guess that would be something else that I'd like for them to iron out too, like a more specific, defined, line for goatees, instead of it just being pretty much a full beard with, 4 centimeters cut off by the ear,
inch and a half gap, the width of a razor blade.
Yeah, I think it should be off the bottom of your ear, my opinion.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying it because that's exactly how both you and I have it. But to me,
I'm good with the inch and a half gap off the bottom of the ear as well.
Well, because you have a sideburn, so it works either way.
Yeah, well, either way, you're right.
Either way, right.
Either way.
Okay, so as we just discussed, Chris is going to be in that category. You obviously are going to be in the natural goatee. I am also going to be in the natural goatee. Are we expecting a good turnout for that category is the question.
Yeah, I think it's like 150 goatees, something like that.
Oh my gosh.
I know, it's going to be pretty stacked this time.
Yeah, I'm going to have to... yeah, well, that's, it happens,
Yeah, I mean, Worlds was 33?
Yeah,
so
I mean, goatees are becoming more popular as each day goes along.
Yeah, it's the best beard that you can possibly have. So,
I know.
I mean, it makes sense that everybody would want to have a goatee now.
I mean, there's a lot of famous people that have them. I mean, how many full beard famous people can you name?
None.
I know. Yeah.
Alex Trebek.
That's well, because he just made it into the news last week. That's why he's on fresh on the mind.
Fresh on the mind. He just looks so good with his new full beard.
Yeah. Okay, guys, what are you guys looking forward to going to Richmond? What are your big plans? What are your big gets? What are your big things that you just can't wait to get there for and see? I mean, other than me.
Well, but that was it. So that was it.
I just want to see Scott, and that's it. I don't know what else there is. What else is there in Richmond? Let's see, Friday we get the pub crawl deal.
That's Thursday.
Oh crap! Yeah, Thursday pub crawl deal.
Thursday pub crawl deal for the guy who doesn't drink.
Yeah, well, there's an arcade.
Oh, okay.
In the pub crawl thing, 7 to 10 or something like that, and I'm gonna dominate Natalie in Mortal Kombat like I always do.
Wait. We got to go head to head on Galaga. Who's going?
I'm
on?
Galaga.
Oh, you are?
I got you on Galaga.
All
Oh
right.
yeah.
Okay.
That's my game.
We should live stream that.
Live stream Galaga.
Yep. Chris versus Scott.
We could do that.
Oh, there we go. See, make a note of that, and then that'll be something that we can schedule and make sure we do. It's going to be Thursday night too, so it'll be during our regular time.
Sweet.
Head to head Galaga. Awesome.
Yeah, no, for me, one of the things I'm looking forward to, and I know it's kind of, I don't want to say cliche or common thing, but I've actually made a lot more friends through my YouTube channel and my Facebook. A lot of the more, popular people that the people that usually come to the beard comps and stuff like that. So I'm actually going to go and see them now live.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that is definitely true, because I mean, throughout the whole, like, even for me with my podcast and talking to different people and everything, it's like now I've like made so many more friends, and it's like I'm actually much more comfortable talking to people now, and I just feel like more like, of course you look at certain guys as like being like superstars, or like this guy right here, like world champion natural goatee. Like when I remember when I saw him, I was like, I can't talk to this guy. He's too great. He's too awesome.
Shut up, Scott. You're stupid.
You're stupid.
You're stupid.
You're more stupid. But
you're right.
I know. I always am. That's what we keep coming back to. But yeah. But then, as time goes on and you start talking to these people, you become like really good friends with them. And like, I couldn't imagine my life right now without Aaron. Like he really,
it would suck.
Yeah, it would. See, he's right too sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm right.
But you start meeting these people that just enhance your life, and these people that, I mean, even with Chris too, it's like we all met for a reason, and could that reason be what we're doing? We're here right now, and what we're trying to do for the beard community is trying to make it bigger, better, stronger, faster. I sound like I'm doing like a health clinic or something at the gym, but yeah, it's so weird that, even from Worlds last year, walking around, like looking at people going, oh my God, that's so-and-so, or oh my God, that's so-and-so. And you're just too afraid to walk up and talk to them because you think that they're just some major persona or whatever. And a year passes and it's like, I got all these guys' numbers on my phone. I can text them whenever I want to. They're texting me whenever, and it's like, you blow them up in your head like they're these greatest things in the world. And yeah, they are, but they're people too. They're just like us. They're looking for that acceptance. They're looking for that community that, people are just, all the same. And that's what this is. And that's why I love it so much. And that's why I like, just as Chris says, going to these big events, there's going to be hundreds and hundreds of people there. And there's going to be people that you've number one, never talked to, never met before or whatever, but you have the confidence knowing that, you guys are all there for the same reason. So, and, it just makes it so much easier to randomly go up to someone and talk to them, or just go up and go, hey, ZZ Top. You
look like Duck Dynasty, right?
You ever watch Duck Dynasty?
Yeah. One of the things like with Worlds, cause I didn't know you at Worlds. I saw you there but I didn't really know a whole lot of people. I knew a couple of the Austin facial hair guys. And, but when I went to Worlds, I was just kind of just getting back into the YouTube thing. But now it's like, I'm so looking forward to being here at Richmond, because my technology's improved, my editing has improved, my video skills have improved. And so I'm really looking forward to getting a lot of great content and, getting the message out there.
I like how one of the things he's not looking forward to, which he didn't say, was having fun, hanging out with his friends, all that stuff. He's
not looking forward to that.
No, he's all work.
Scott's work.
I'm Mr. Beards in Review. I have to work.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And then here I am, like, scheduling interviews, and I keep texting Chris. I'm like, guess what? I got this interview. Hey, you're going to come with me. He's like, man, you keep going. You're like the Energizer Bunny. And I'm like, hey, man, that's how I am when I'm doing this all at home and everything. But when I get to these events and for me, I always carry my microphone around with me because I have great ambitions of like, oh my God, there's going to be everyone I want to talk to right there. And then next thing you know, it's like you get into conversation. And it's like, I don't even want to take my microphone out because I don't want to ruin the moment of friendship. It's, to me, it's like, I either want to interview someone and learn something and it be serious and stuff, or I just want to really dick around with someone and have a hoot holler in time and play around and stuff like that, like Aaron and I did on the bridge in Austin. I mean, that was a complete like fool around, dick around, have fun, and that was our ice break between the two of us. And ever since that moment, and that dog with the flashy outfit that the lady put on to celebrate his victory, it's just been. It's been difficult for me to go to events and do interviews. It's like I have to schedule everything so it either happens before or after, and that's the way I'm setting up this whole trip. Is I'm getting there like 4 days early to be able to do interviews, to do some podcast consultations, and to meet with people and get stuff all set up so that hopefully by Friday night, when we go to the Canal Club and stuff like that, we're there to have a fun time. We're there to, and focus more on the stuff Chris is doing, because that's, it's all visual stuff, and, helping Chris get good shots, helping Chris, get good, content for his page too. And it's all interrelated, but, and then, hopefully by the end of the weekend, then relax a little bit and, just relax at the competition. But as I say this now, everyone's going to probably see me walking around with the microphone, just interviewing everyone and just trying to get as much stuff as I can, but hey,
I'll probably have a camera around my neck.
Yeah. It's just the way it happens. And Aaron will just be walking out around being a social butterfly like he is.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I do. I'm a social butterfly. I don't just stand there awkwardly.
Yeah, you do.
Like I'm doing right now.
Yeah, you're sitting.
I'm sitting awkwardly.
Eating a microphone.
Yes.
So we're going to wrap this up now because, like I said, I just wanted to introduce you guys again, reintroduce. But for those who don't know, I wanted to get a little bit about you guys. But I also wanted to introduce the live stuff that we're going to be doing, the shows and everything. The plan is, as of right now, I'm going to still stay at every 2 weeks with the podcast, but on the alternate weeks is when we'll be doing the live show. And then that week, that live show will be transformed into a podcast and released. So I will be back to the weekly releasing stuff, but every other week it'll be me doing an interview with someone or something. And then the following week will be the Talking Beard stuff, the, Beards in Review, Beardcaster, Aaron stuff, doing all that. And then it'll just keep alternating. So that's the plan. And that's, this way it'll bring more content to the people who like the podcast. It'll bring more people, it'll bring Chris more content for the people that like, Beards in Review YouTube page. And, we're just trying to help things grow, like I said, and get things out there. But speaking of making things grow, the day that this will be coming out is a once a year on September 28th and 29th. Well, it's the 28th, more like it. And I did an episode about this last year, but it's International Podcast Day. And what this day is to kind of share with people what podcasting is, what it's about, the history of it, and to kind of inform people about podcasting and to try to get more people involved in it and try to help the whole thing grow so more people are getting into podcasts, because there's so many great podcasts out there that help a lot of people learn things, educate people, just inform them about things. There's so many different podcasts about anything you could possibly imagine, and they're just very entertaining. And for me, and why I do a podcast is because I enjoy the medium and I enjoy the technology. I enjoy the putting the things together and giving content to people who are interested in what I'm interested in. And I never would have thought that it would have gotten to this point. I never would have thought that I'd be sitting 3 years into doing this, and my numbers are just growing exponentially, and more people are just reaching out to me and enjoying what I do. And I want to, try to get more people either listening to my podcast or any other podcast out there and try to help the whole world of podcasting grow. So why I bring this up is because I wanted to talk to you two guys and find out about podcasts that you guys may listen to, and maybe share one of those podcasts with people that are listening today, and tell a little bit about it, and maybe you can entice someone to check it out and subscribe to it. So Aaron, why don't you go first?
Thank you. You would put me on the spot.
Okay, Christopher, why don't you go first?
Yeah, I'm switching over to my Spotify just to look, because I have Beardcasters like at the top of my list. That's like my number one podcast that I go to. I don't really listen to a whole lot of podcasts.
Do you listen to the ones I send you all the time? Because I always try to send you ones that are educational.
Look. Here's another one. I listen to Mark Levin. I don't know if you can see that on the screen there.
It's a little washed out.
Yeah, it's kind of washed out, but yeah, I have the better podcasting. That's the one that you sent me, and I did listen to that.
Yeah, so that specific show has lots of really good information. They do a live video show too, which they do transfer into a podcast as well. And, they've had a lot of really good information that I think have really helped develop my show and are going to help develop this show and stuff like that. So, well, see, now you're the exact person I want to be talking to on International Podcast Day. Chris, you need to listen to more podcasts.
Well, I just remember there's another one. His name is Dusty Porter. He's a YouTube creator, and his podcasts are all about how to make better YouTube videos. But it's an audio podcast, but he talks about things you can do to help your subscribers, help grow your subscribers, help get your content out there, search engine optimization and things like that. And so, yeah, I do listen to that one quite often. He comes out once a week.
All right.
I listen to that one.
Okay. Aaron, what about you now that you had
Back
a chance
to
to look? Yeah.
Really the only actual podcast I ever really listened to is the Beardcaster. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
Yeah, me too.
Faction Talk on Sirius XM has a lot of good shows on it. And, I listen to a lot of NASCAR talk shows on the NASCAR channel.
But I bet you could find a really good NASCAR podcast.
Oh, I know there are some. I mean, Ryan Blaney's got a really good one, and Dale Jr.'s got a really good one. But I don't listen to a lot of podcasts. I'm in my car all the time, and I just listen to Sirius and talk radio on Sirius.
You two are the reason that podcasting is struggling. Shame on you both. I don't know if I want to be your friends anymore.
Okay, bye.
Well, you were right once again, Aaron.
I'm always right.
Always right. So
always.
Well, I guess that kind of proved my point of why International Podcast Day is so important, because not a lot of people know about podcasts, or they just in general don't listen to them. They don't get the importance of them. I know you guys get the importance of them, but I know some people just don't have the luxury of listening to 5 or 6 hours a day like I do. But I'm sure it's tough when you have a big family and you're, not commuting far and you don't really have a lot of time when you're like, nuclear physicist sitting.
And I have a big family.
Yes. With a lot of backpacks.
I'm lots of backpacks. Yeah.
Well, see, I'm a visual guy. I like TV and movies. I watch a lot of TV and movies.
Do you want to hear something funny? I utilized YouTube to learn how to podcast. So I watched tons and tons and hours and hundreds of hours of videos on how to podcast. So that, I went into your medium to learn my medium.
Well, see, that's what I was saying about Dusty Porter. I listen to audio podcasts to help me become a better YouTuber.
See, it works. See, the technology's really helped us these days. So, but anyways, everyone can go out and learn something. Either they can go to YouTube. If you're interested in something, you can search for any kind of thing you possibly would want to know how to do, and you could watch bunches of videos all about it and learn something new. Or you can go on your smartphone and download a podcast app, or most of them. Like if you have an iPhone, there's already a podcasting app on it. You just open it up, you type something you're interested in the search engine there, and it'll give you back a whole bunch of different podcasts, either all about it or an episode from someone else's podcast all about it. So yeah, there's plenty of stuff to learn. And that's what the whole point of what a podcast is, what YouTube is, and what the whole point of this show is. It's to help people learn about either something they don't know about, which is the bearding community, competitive bearding, products, news, all sorts of different things. And it's also for them, the people that already know about this stuff, to get more informed and to learn about different events and different things that are going to be going on in their area or that they might be interested in going to. So I want to thank you guys both for sitting down and chatting with me tonight. You guys are going to be, we're all going to be sick of each other, I'm sure, by the end of next week, because we'll be spending a lot of time together. And
I could never be sick of you, Scott.
I could be sick of me, Scott. Sometimes I get the diarrheas.
Run,
and on that note,
run.
Yeah, that's a good note to end it on. But Aaron,
and cut.
So, all right. Well, Aaron and Chris, thank you guys so very much for taking your evening out to do this. And make sure you are subscribed to Beards in Review on YouTube. Click that little bell so you guys know when we go live. Look up Aaron on Instagram at Aaron Johnston, correct?
Aaron D. Johnston.
Aaron D. Johnston. I knew it.
On all social media formats. I'm not a W. Johnston or T. Johnston or any of those, fake ones.
He's a D. Look for him
I'm a D.
Yeah, a D cup.
Yeah, that's me. D cup. That's what the D stands for.
D cup. That's your new nickname.
Yep, Aaron D Cup Johnston. That's me.
And you can find him on Pinterest.
Are you a K-cup?
It's a K car. God.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, he doesn't know. Okay, so make sure you go subscribe to all that stuff. Check everyone out. Beardcaster, thebeardcaster.com for more information about my show, but I'll tell you about that once this is all done. I'll blab until you go to subscribe and all that stuff. For everyone that listens to my show, they know. So, but thank you guys, and we'll just end it there, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Have a good night.
You too. And cut. Thank you, Chris, and thank you, Aaron. I cannot wait to see what this turns into. We are so excited. We have so many great ideas. There's going to be so many great videos coming out all about all the cool stuff we're going to do. I'm super excited about this. I couldn't ask for two greater people to be working with on this little project. I'm super excited. They've really ignited a lot of creative juices in me, and I can't wait to see what all of this holds for us. So, like I said, make sure you subscribe to Beards in Review on YouTube to get the video. And if you just want to listen to the podcast version of it, just make sure you subscribe to the Beardcaster podcast, and you'll be able to find that episode also on here. So we're going back to a weekly schedule, and I'm really excited about that because I was really enjoying doing the weekly schedule, but then as summer comes, it's really difficult for me. So I think that's going to be my plan from here on out, is once the summer schedule comes, because of how busy I am, it's like a summer vacation. I go to every 2 weeks, but once this time of year comes, I'm a little busy with work, but there's so many things going on in the beard scene that I can't let people down. I got to keep everyone up in the loop with what's going on. So go to thebeardcaster.com to get all your information that you're going to need. You can, like I said, subscribe to the web, not the web, subscribe to the podcast. Remember, go to thebeardcaster.com. You can subscribe to the podcast. You can get all the social media. There's going to be links. There's going to be a page. Keep your eyes peeled for the talkingbeards.com page. It'll be all hooked up soon. and you'll be able to easily just go there and watch. I'm going to do an embedded player, so if you want to watch it on there, it'll be connected to the Beards and Reviews site, so it'll be an easy way for you to watch it. And I guess that's about it, so just make sure you're subscribed to everything you need to be. I know I've asked you to do a lot of things on this episode, and I just want you to be informed, and I need you to follow along. So I guess that's about it. I hope you guys had a really great time listening to this. I hope you guys subscribe so you can hear all the cool things we're going to be talking about over the next months or however long that this goes on. Hopefully it grows into something more, which is, us being able to do this more often and to get people more content, because there's just so much to talk about. There's so many great people out there doing so many great things, and we just want to share that with everyone because we love the community and we love sharing all the great things that everyone in our community does, and we want to share it with you. So make sure you're subscribed on all the different ways, and if you're in Richmond this weekend and you're listening to this, make sure you come up and find one of the three of us or find all three of us and say, hey, maybe we'll buy you a beer. Maybe we won't. It all depends on how much money we have left. But I'm making a joke. I'll buy you a beer. So just you come up to me and go, hey, Scott, buy me a beer. I heard this podcast. I listened all the way to the very end, and I will buy you a beer. I promise that. So until next time, make sure you subscribe. Go to thebeardcaster.com, and I'll talk to you soon. And thank you, and ciao.